So I really wanted to get ahead of this before the anime actually started airing, so I'm really glad I got this video out before then. How a Realistic Hero Built a Kingdom, or I'm just gonna call it Realistic Hero, is like one of my favorite light novels that I've read as of recently. And I'm really excited for this to actually be getting an anime adaptation. I've read all 13 volumes of the light novel that are out right now. Reading that and to see that this is actually getting an anime adaptation, because I know they said something about it when I was reading one of the books. I think they said something about it in either book 13 or book 12 at the end and the afterwards part of the books. But I was kind of like, I didn't think it'd come out this soon until I actually saw the trailer. Saw people talking about it was going to come out this year. But I never actually thought it was going to come out this year, because especially after everything that happened last year. But I'm actually extremely excited about this coming out. I really like this series. So I want to say this now. This is not like your standard isekai. This isn't your reincarnated with a smartphone, Death March, and none of those type of series. This is less battle focused and more politic driven. You get a lot of references to Nicholas Machiavelli. You get some Sun Tzu references and all of that. So this is more on the line of Log Horizon, or how high school prodigies had it easy in another world. If you've watched either one of those, this is more in line with those series than actually battles. Now, there are fights in this series, but they're not the main focus. The main focus is the political moves. The political moves in this are actually really good. Now, I'm not going to say they're like Code Geass, Attack on Titan level great or anything, but I really enjoyed this. So I'm really hoping people actually watch this and they don't sleep on this like I feel like they are, because My Villainess season 2, Tenshinhan season 2 is coming out, so there's a lot of big things that are coming out next season. So I'm hoping that people will actually like this, but it seems like this is the highest rated non-sequel, non-spin-off series on mouth for the next season, so I'm kind of hyped about that. This is, to me, a really good series because its focus takes a direction for an isekai that we rarely get to see. We saw this happen in Log Horizon, where the main focus is the politics and everything that's going on there, the moves that Shiro makes, and this is kind of similar to that. Soma, our main character, who you're gonna get to see, he's really not. He's important, but he's not that important to this. Well, okay, let me get this right. He's important to the series, but he's not the main focus. His political moves are what he does, and well, I guess it does make him important. Fuck. Anyway, I just really hope. I really think that this series isn't gonna be really well received. I mean, I think it's gonna be a hit or miss series. So either people are really gonna like it, or it's just gonna be like doomed to obscurity, like High School Prodigies was. To be honest, I really did not like High School Prodigies. I've watched all of it. It wasn't that good to me. People who liked it, you like it, fine, whatever. But I'm hoping it gets more of a Log Horizon treatment than it does a High School Prodigies treatment, because while the first arc, I think that they're gonna cut. Well, the first few arcs that I think they're gonna cover, because if I'm not mistaken, based on how most people handle most studios handle light novels, they usually cover the first 3 volumes of a light novel and they adapt it that way. So, well, if they stop where I think they're gonna stop, this is gonna be a really good series. Now, if they start where I think they're gonna start, I really love the first 3 books of this series, but to me, the moves in the fourth and the fifth book, I really enjoy also. And what we're seeing now in book 13, because I know we're not gonna get book 11, 12, and 13, which I know we're not gonna get all the way up there. But I really like the moves that we see later on. So I'm really hoping this series is well received, because I really want more people to read the books, because this is actually a really good series. It's a really solid 8 out of 10 series, and I really want people to like it because, well, I'm gonna be honest, Aisha, silver hair, dark elf, I want to see her animated. I'm sorry, that's maybe 90% of the reason I want to do this, to be honest. But other than that, I really do think this series has potential as an anime. Like, if people really watch it and they enjoy the moves that he makes as the hero, and well, fuck it, it happens in the first episode, like the very first, like it's probably gonna happen in the first 10 minutes. So when he becomes king, I'm gonna say this now because it's not a spoiler, because it happens in the first 10 minutes of the series. Well, is it a spoiler? I don't. Is that counted as a spoiler? I don't know. Uh, if it's, I'm gonna check the synopsis, and if it's in the synopsis, I'm gonna read the synopsis, and if it's in the synopsis, I'm gonna leave this in. If it's not, I'm gonna cut it out. I really think in the first like 10, like I really think for like the first 12 episodes, we're gonna cover volume 1 through 3. And I see, based on what I've read, since I've read all of it, I know what they're gonna. I know what they're most likely gonna cut out and what they're gonna leave in. I hope they cover every. I just hope if they're gonna cover it, they cover everything from volume 1 to volume 3, because I think if they cover that little sequence this episode and they cut out what I think they're gonna cut out, I think with the political moves and the moves that he makes in this in those situations, I really think it'll be well received. So I'm really hoping that people actually enjoy it. I do think people enjoy it, so we can get another season, so I can see more Aisha. But there's that's neither here nor there. I don't really want to. I don't really want to like spoil anything. I guess I can read through the synopsis like on this video real quick. When Kazuya Sama is unexpectedly transported to another world, he knows that people expect a hero, but someone's ideal of a hero is more practical than most. He wants to rebuild. He wants to rebuild the failing economy in the new land he founds himself, betrothed to the princess, and abruptly planted on the throne. This realistic hero must gather ta- must gather talented people to help him guide the country back to must get through wars and yeah, but you know what? I'm leaving that in. People can see me fuck up. So basically that was just. I just really hope you like. I'm gonna try to do a video every 1 to 2 weeks, or 2 to 3 weeks, about this series, just talking about what they cut out, what they covered. Yes, it's gonna be like Emmy News's fucking cut contents video. I haven't actually read the manga to this, so I'm not sure how well it's done. I've only read the light novel, so when the anime comes out, I'm gonna be basically comparing the light novels versus what they did in the anime. I'm not gonna be shitting on the adaptation because I honestly think it's gonna be well done. The anime is, because the voice actors for Soma is gonna end up being, I think it was Senku from Doctor Stone, and the voice actor for the main girl Lesia was Itsuki and Hestia, quintessential quintuplets Itsuki and Hestia from Don Machi. So I really like those two. So I think they're gonna do good. We got the director from Shogun Shana, which is another series I really enjoyed. So he's gonna be being directed. So honestly, I think this is gonna be well done. I think it was Studio Dean who was doing the series. I believe so. So I'm just really excited for this series. This is more of a, really, yeah. Honestly, if you've watched Aldera of the Skies, I guess it kind of fits along that line too. Except we're not gonna be seeing as many military moves, but like it's basically the political version. Like it's yeah, I'm just gonna stick with my thoughts. It's more of a log horizon of a log horizon. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be more of a log horizon. There's gonna be fights. There's gonna be battles. There's gonna be magic. It's gonna be all the standard isekai stuff. But it's not gonna be like the main focus. The main focus is gonna be the politics. Him gathering people. Him making political moves. Him taking advantage of the knowledge he has, because where he comes from, he was actually a student of humanity. He was he was a student. He was basically going to school for politics. So civil humanities, I think it was called. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think it's kind of like, you know how Rimuru took the information from, from Tenshinhan, how he took the information he had from being a civil worker. He took that information, he applied it to building his nation. It's gonna be something kind of similar to that. So I really hope that people really enjoy this series, and that's about it. So I'm I'm not gonna do it. Do the YouTube stuff. You know what it is. Do the YouTube stuff. Enjoy the stuff. Yeehaw. Oh, that's so cringe. Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. Enjoy the YouTube stuff, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. So, bye.